Hello. Okay. So now we are playing as black, where white begins with d4. We'll take the knight to f6. So he go with knight c3. We'll go with e6, preparing for d5, where he go with bishop f4. So bishop f4 attacking this diagonal. The knight can come here, and that's going to be the threat. So we have to defend this threat. If I try this, then knight can come here, making it available. So this means I'll just take this bishop outside to b4 and then I can try d5. Okay. So now white's turn where white is thinking for the move, having 9 minutes and 54 seconds on the clock. Now let's see what he responds. He go with queen d3. Queen d3 we just play d5, establish the control of the center. Now he go with e3. We'll go with castling. King safety is important. And then this is white's turn. White is also having a castling opportunity. He go with knight f3. So in this position, we take this knight to e4 and add a pressure like this. Now he go with bishop e2. We'll go with c5. Our main plan to play c4 and attack the queen, making the queen to go back. So c4 is going to be the threat. Now if white accepted, then easily we can take back from the knight and attack the queen. So we are having a lot of attacking opportunities over here. Now 9 minutes and 5 seconds on the clock where he is thinking for the response. So let's see how he responds over here. He takes this knight behind to d2 and this, okay. So over here, this is going to be easy. I can go with the knight. If I begin with this knight sacrifice, the king will accept and then I push this pawn forward. Okay. So we just go with c4. Knight has to capture. Okay, so now white is thinking for the move. Like knight will capture it. Because that's the only possible way to defend. Queen captures the knight. So we just eliminate the queen. Actually, that was not a good response, but he just gave up. Okay, so now he eliminates it, and then in this position we have to defend this pawn. So over here we first eliminate this knight, and after knight has to eliminate, knight will eliminate. If the pawn eliminates, then this is simple. We can go with, okay, so you go with knight takes c3, where we ignore this pawn and play knight to c6. Now he can eliminate this pawn. He go with a3. So a3 was the response where we go with rook e8. Our main plan to play e5, which will attack the center and these pieces at the same time. So playing e5, we go with bishop takes c4. We play e5. Now this is white's turn, where white is thinking for the response. Now let's see how he responds. Okay, he eliminates it. So we eliminate and attack this bishop. So he can either take the bishop behind or trade it. That's his choice. So 8 minutes remaining for white, where white is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds. In this position, I can think for bishop going back because he's already queen. He's not having queen. So that's why it is not better for white to just trade his piece. Instead, he can take the bishop behind. He got castling. He forgets that there was a bishop. So we eliminate it. Now in this position, this pawn is under attack. He can choose to play rook here and defend it. Otherwise, he can have some responses like rook coming over here, trying to attack the queen as a possible response. Okay, so this is he go with b3. Now b3 attacking this knight. Okay, so it was a nice response. So in this position, we take this knight to e5, protected by our rook. Now let's see what he responds. White's turn, where white is thinking for the move, having 7 minutes and 8 seconds on the clock. Let's see how he responds over here. He takes rook at e1. So in this position, we take this queen to a5, attacking this knight and this pawn. So both the pieces are under attack. Let's see how he responds. 6 minutes and 50 seconds on the clock, where white is thinking for the response. Let's see how he responds over here. Or in this position, I also don't find any other continuation for white. He can try taking this knight behind in order to secure this pawn. Otherwise, I don't think so. White is having any other winning continuation. You can try rook coming here, trying to attack the queen. Where okay, you go with b4. So now this is the problem. If I take it, then he will take it. After I take, rook can come here and try to give a checkmate. Okay, so queen over here is controlling this, and that's the main reason he wants us to capture this. So we are not going to capture and take the queen. Now we take the queen to b6, and let's see what he responds. He can try the knight coming here towards the center, trying to attack this queen. Welcome Farid to my channel. A3 pawn. A3. No. In this position, if I capture it, then he will capture our knight, and after I capture, the rook can come here. That will be the threat. But the queen over here is not allowing the rook to come here. That's why I choose to play queen b6. Okay. So knight comes to a4, and now he's trying to remove our queen from that way. So uh, we go with queen to e6. Now if he tries this, then if we try to capture, queen can capture it. Okay, knight c5. So he's just focusing on attacking. We'll go with queen to f6, securing this knight. So this is 5 minutes and 40 seconds on the clock remaining for white, where white is thinking for the response. Let's see how he responds over here. Now in this position, since white is thinking for the move, what I guess is he's trying to figure out, he go with x3. Okay, so x3, maybe the bishop cannot come here. That was what he thought, and that's why he played it. We'll go with b6 and kick this knight behind. Now this knight is very active, so we need to kick this knight behind. He can try the knight to e4, attacking the queen, where if we try knight e4, then queen can come here as a very basic response, attacking this diagonal. So knight e4, queen comes here, attacking this diagonal. Now he can begin with this. If I capture, rook can come here, then rook can also come. Okay. So this is white's turn, where white is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds over here. Yeah. So this is white's turn. If white eliminates, that's not going to work, because after I capture, rook comes here and then the rook can go back. So that does not work. Now let's see what he responds. I think white should resign, but he's not. And that's a good point. We must not resign. So this knight is under attack. He must protect this knight. He take this knight here. Okay. So we choose to take the bishop b7, threatening the mate in one. So and also this is creating double rooks, right? Rook connection. Okay, he eliminates. We eliminate it back, and now after he captures, rook eliminate. The rook is here to control. So this is nice. Okay, now this is white's turn, where white is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds. In this position, I don't think so. There is a lot of options. Okay, you go with bishop capture. We eliminate it back, and he can try pushing the pawn's power. Okay, he take the rook b4, so that he can push this, trying to establish the control of the center, where we take this rook to g5. The rook here attacking like this, giving a checkmate. So now this is g3. Okay, g3 was a very nice response, where we choose to play x5, preparing for x4. Like this will create an attack. That's why. So he go with x4, and now we go with rook g4, offering a rook trade, and he will not accept because you can understand his position is already very weak. So he will just take this rook behind in order to secure it. Now let's see how he responds. If we do this, then we can even try g5. If we eliminate it, then we can try a4, attack this pawn, and that will be, it is like a pawn storm. So he go with rook here, we just eliminate this. He eliminated back, and now we think for the move where we try to play rook to c8, attacking this pawn. So he go with c4, where now c4 was the response. So we take this queen to f3, queen f3. The main plan is to play this, where after we accept, no, I think I should join this rook also. So I can try rook here, rook like this, and then I can try this. Queen f3 is just controlling these squares, making this king trapped. That's why. So this is a white's turn. Like white can try this. Rook coming here trying to trap the queen. a4. So we just play rook e8. As I told, I'm going to play this for g5. The main plan for g5 is that I can push this pawn further, trying to give it checkmate like this. And pawn storm is a very nice tactic to crush your opponent. That's why. So now white is having only 2 minutes on the clock. Now he is facing time pressure. a5, we eliminate this pawn. White eliminated back. And after white eliminate, we can go with rook to e5, attacking this pawn and preparing for g5. So this is white's turn, where white is thinking for the move. Uh, if he has to protect his pawn, then easy response is pushing the pawn forward. Otherwise, he can try the checks, where I will play king there and then he can push it forward. That's his choice. He can prefer any two options, playing this or check. So this is 1 minute and 23 seconds on the clock remaining. And this is very low time for white. But let's see what he responds. He go with a6. So a6 was the response, where we go with g5. If we accept, then rook will accept it, and then I will make it trade. So let's see what he responds. If we accept, then I can even go with this trade, directly opening a trade. Okay, so this is 1 minute remaining, and now white has to show up his speed, otherwise he will lose the game. He take it, we take the rook e4, offering a trade of rooks. So let's see what he responds. He go with rook d8 check, king comes to g7, He try rook here, trying to attack this way. That's his okay. C5. So we go with x4. He accept or he does not accept. We are going to play x3 and just checkmate. So he accepted. Now we go with okay. So we play rook g4 check. King goes there, and then this is the post mate. So this is 30 seconds remaining on the clock. Okay, if he tries king here, then also rook can come there and give a checkmate. So the checkmate is forced now. 20 seconds remaining for white. Now let's see how white responds. If he tries something like king here, okay, he pushed the pawn forward. So we just give a checkmate. Rook h1 mate. Okay. So any challenges? I mean, I'm playing the arena tournament. You can also join that, and then you can play this. Okay. So this is another game where we are going to play with d4. The queen's pawn opening. d6 was the response where we go with c4. This is the queen's gambit on the board. So e4 we control the center. a6 we go with f4, and these squares are under our control. So knight f6 we go with knight over here, securing the pawn. 9 minutes and 50 seconds remaining. He takes the bishop g4, and that's not a good response. Queen b3 attacking the pawn. So let's see what the response over here. This pawn needs to be protected. He can play p6. Okay, p6. Where we go with. Okay, now in this position, bishop e2, offering a bishop threat. If he accepts, knight take it back, and then just castle. He does not accept. So queen d7, where now in this position, what we can do. So we simply develop this bishop, bishop e3. Let's see, black accepts the trade. Then we just take it, preparing for castle. So let's see what he responds. He take the queen g4, attacking this pawn, and there are no more threats. So over here, we castle, maintaining the king's safety. Now let's see what he responds. He go with knight e7, where we choose to keep this x3, and we are attacking the queen. So now the queen can go over here, 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 and here. So in any of the four variations, it can go. If the queen goes here, queen goes to h5, then we go with this, then we can capture it. So this means we take this knight, g3, and attack the queen. Ultimately, we have to defend this knight because this knight is undefended. So the queen goes to g6, attacking this knight, where we'll go with, he is also attacking this way, but both the knights are here. Both the knights are defending this pawn, so we no need to worry a lot. And in this position, we take the king h2 and secure this knight. So this is 8 minutes and 53 seconds on the clock, where he go with knight h5. So knight h5, and in this position, we don't accept the trade. If I push this, then queen can eliminate, and that's the problem. We'll take this knight behind. If we eliminate, then knight will eliminate it back, securing this pawn. So he eliminates it. Knight eliminates it back. This pawn is secured. He got e6, so that I cannot play this. So in this position, now what we can do is we go with a4, figuring out for a5, attacking towards the queen side. He go with a5. Okay, so my opponent is pretty smart over here. We go with rook to f3, doubling up of rooks, trying to push the pawn forward. So we double up the rooks, and after black castles, okay, so now black go with bishop h4. So over here, simply we just push this pawn forward and attack the queen. He tries to capture, rook will eliminate an attack. So he eliminates it. We eliminate back from this knight, attacking the bishop. So now this is black's turn, where black is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds. He takes the bishop f6. So if I push, he'll capture. That's not going to work. Rook coming over here is also not working a lot. Rook come here, then queen will go back, and that will not make a lot of sense. Otherwise, he can try it because the queen will become undeveloped for a longer time. If queen comes here, okay, queen goes to h7. Alright. So if you want to play against me, you can join the tournament. I have set the link. Okay, now black played the queen h7. This queen is going to be underdeveloped for a longer time. So over here, we continue queen b5, creating a pin. So this means he cannot castle. Otherwise, the knight is gone. If he tries to long castle, then you can observe that long castling will create a worse position for black, because the king will become unsafe if you long castle. Okay, so our main intention is you long castle. Good. So that's good. Now in this position, first we can try the queen check. Okay, so we'll go with b4. Hmm. If I try the queen check, then king can come here, but that will not benefit a lot. Knight b8. So eliminate this pawn, make a way for the queen to escape. He eliminates it back, and now let's think for the upcoming evaluations. We will eliminate this, attacking this pawn. So we have this pawn which we can use to be pushed down. Okay, rook coming here. So rook came here trying to attack this pawn. So we just secure this. Queen going to a8, securing the pawn. And we can push this pawn like this, attack the knight. So that will be, okay, king comes to d7. King d7. So now in this position, we go with e5. He eliminate. Then we will not eliminate. If we eliminate, then queen will come here, give a check, making the king go back. Then we can eliminate this pawn and add an attack towards this pawn. So king goes back, where we eliminate this pawn. Knight, rook, queen. We are attacking this pawn. So he eliminates this. And now, first we need to secure our bishop. Bishop goes to f4. Now let's see what he responds. So he takes rook d7 and forgets that there was a rook. We eliminate it. Where this is black's turn once again, and black is thinking for the response. He takes the rook d8. We need to defend this knight, which is under attack. So queen comes, give a check. And we have secured our knight. Okay, so this is black's turn, where black is thinking for the response. Let's see how he responds over here. He go with knight d7. Okay, knight d7 was the response. So we simply move the queen to c6, threatening the mate in one move. So this is black's turn, and black can have easy response. Bishop coming here or the knight coming here. Knight coming e5, we eliminate it. Bishop eliminated. We eliminate this pawn. There is a pin. And that's the power of pin. Okay. So we begin with the check. Knight e7. Our rook is already pinned. Now I cannot play this also because the queen is here. Wow. So we have a check attacking the bishop where the king can come in any of the two options. King goes to a8. Now if I try knight here, no. Queen coming here, king goes there, and then knight here. Yeah. So queen a6, king come there. That's forced. King has to go there, and then knight can come here. That will be the mate. So knight c6, checkmate. Okay. So now we look for another game, and this time we are playing as white once again. So we'll begin with knight f3, the ready opening on the board, where black is thinking knight f6. Good response. b4 establish the control of the center such that black go with e6. So we go with c4, bishop coming out and then preparing for castle. Okay, d5. So d5 attacking the center. We take the bishop f4, where this is black's turn. He can try the bishop b4 because after bishop b4 he can choose for castling. But let's see what he responds. We go with x6. So we go with e3, preparing for bishop e2 and castling. Black castle, we also castle. Now let's see what he responds. Our knight is lacking development, so we need to develop our knight and we'll focus on our knight development. But first, he go with knight c6. Knight c6. So knight c6, we choose to play knight c3. Focusing on knight b5, attacking this way. Instead of knight c6, he could have tried for c6. Bishop d6 was the response where we can eliminate this bishop, and if the queen eliminate, he's thinking, okay, queen eliminate, then knight comes, b5, attack this, and this pawn. So now the queen is going to be dependent on defending this pawn. This means queen can come in any of the two squares. Okay, queen going there does not make sense because the bishop will be blocked. So queen goes to e7, securing this pawn, where we'll okay. So we eliminate this pawn. We eliminate back from the pawn. If we eliminate from the knight, we eliminate back from the pawn. Okay. So now the pawn is captured. In this position, we need to figure out for some plans. We'll go with rook to c1, rook c1, and then knight opening trade. Our main plan is that the knight rook will be attacking towards this pawn. So this is our lead for us to win. Okay, a6, and now we have to take this knight behind. So we go with knight c3, adding an attacker to this pawn. We take bishop f5, and that's a mistake because we have queen outside attacking these two pawns. So now black is dependent. The central pawn is very important, so he must take the bishop behind in order to secure this pawn. Otherwise, that's his choice. Okay, so 8 minutes and 10 seconds remaining for black, where black is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds over here. In the meantime, guys, if you enjoyed the stream, then you can like live stream. And if you want to ask any of the questions, you can ask. Okay, so 7 minutes and 52 seconds on the clock remaining, where black is thinking for the response. Let's see how he responds over here. Now, if I'm playing as black, then since the central pawn is very important, we have to defend this pawn. We can also try knight a5. Knight a5, okay, you go with queen b4. Then queen d4 was the response. We eliminate, knight eliminate. So that's easy. Actually, queen b4 was not good. Instead of queen b4, you can try knight a5, as I told. Because knight a5 will defend this pawn and add an attacker to the queen. Hi Sneha Singh, welcome to my channel. So knight take d5. If he tries to eliminate the queen, then first eliminate the knight, give a check, where after he eliminates, then you can capture the queen. 1845 hello. Who is 1845? Are you? Anyways, Dev Goswami, welcome to my channel. So 7 minutes on the clock remaining. Where black is thinking for the move. Now let's see what he responds. Otherwise, since black should not trade the queen, so black can go the queen over here in order to defend his knight. Otherwise, just like capture it, give a check, eliminate, then we eliminate back. So this is black's turn, and black is thinking for the move. Now let's see how he responds. Knight take d5. So we go with queen take, attacking this bishop. This means the bishop will go there, and then we can bring the queen towards the king side. Now our these two weak pawns is the main threat for black. Since you can observe the bishop is attacking this, queen is attacking this, so this is going to be a big problem for us. But we'll go with queen to x5. Now this is black's turn. Black is having any of two options to attack any of these pawns. We are already having one pawn extra, so this means we can afford one pawn to be captured. Now that's upon him. He can capture any of the pawns. In my case, he must capture this pawn from the bishop. Okay, because this will give a lot of scope to bishop, and that's what happened. Now in this position, what can we do? We have to secure this pawn. So in this position, knight towards the center, but he can trade it back. That's the problem. If I try g4, g5, so we go with g4, g5, give a pawn storm. And pawn storm is a very nice tactic. No matter our king will become weak, but still we try for pushing our pawns forward. Anyways, now we are giving up another pawn to be captured. If he captures, bishop comes to d3, bishop e6. So now he is pretty smart. He is understanding our plans. g5. Uh, so f5e. F5e means. Can you try to write it more understandable? Anyways, knight takes g5, checkmate in one move. He tries bishop here. Okay. So bishop comes here, rook can come here, attack the bishop. Or if we think for something else, then bishop here, bishop can go back. So this is going to be a threat for us. If I play the rook there, rook to c5, attacking the bishop, this means the bishop will go back and attack our queen. So I have to find out the best move continuation in this position. Because I'm pretty sure there is a very nice move in this position. Playing this, you will take the bishop behind, that will not help, right? So let's think one more. E4. E4, this will make this pawn weak. Okay, so this means we must not try e4. And after e4, he can go with the bishop there. Try to attack our queen. Uh, I have a very nice idea. Bishop c4. If we try bishop there, then queen can eliminate it. Because this will create a pin. And also we have queen, knight, bishop attacking these pieces. So maybe bishop c4 is a very good response. E3 to e4. Okay. Welcome, Pop Sniper. In this position, you are saying to play e4. He can capture this pawn anytime. So bishop to d3. Bishop to d3. Okay, so let's go for bishop d3. If I go with bishop d3, he can wait. No, seriously, he fell for this. So I eliminate it. But now maybe I guess queen can capture it. No, if queen will capture, then okay, he resigns the game. Alright, so let me clear the doubts. As you told, bishop d3. He will eliminate it, the queen cannot go there. That's why bishop d3 is not a good response. Anyways, if you want, you can also challenge me. You can join the tournaments. I have sent a link. And if you are going to stream, then do like live stream. Welcome on to P Warriors to my channel. E4, we go with French defense. E6, sorry, e6, preparing for d5 and attack towards the center. That's the main motive of French defense. Okay, d4, we go with d5, attack this, preparing for c5 in the next move. The most popular responses are to play e5 or either capture it. Okay, hi, back here. Welcome to my channel. My voice is too slow. Am I audible? Wait. Hello, hello. Yeah. So I think my voice is audible to you. Knight f3. Now knight f3. So we go with capturing this pawn. Where this is white to play and white is thinking for the move. Yeah, bro. I think my voice is audible. So that's better. Knight c6. Attack the queen. We go with queen a4, trying to create a pin. We'll block it. Bishop b7. And we can have a brilliant knight sacrifice like this because the bishop will attack the queen. That's right. So he must secure this pawn. We can try to take the bishop outside. Okay, he go with queen over here. Now what was the point of playing that? Okay. So queen goes there. We cannot play knight here because the bishop can eliminate. So we can go with queen to c7 and add up an attacker over here. We can even try x5. x5 will attack the queen, that's why. But this is white to play. So white is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds. He is having 8 minutes and 50 seconds on the clock. Where white is thinking. Let's see how he responds over here. And now since I am attacking this pawn, this means he must defend this. This pawn is to be protected because this pawn is a central pawn, that's why. x5. Yes, x5 is a possible move. I was discussing for that. But this is white to play. Okay, so white's turn. Let's see how white responds. If I figure out for some responses, I'm only thinking for this bishop coming here and attacking. If you have any bishop d3, king of a free pawn, maybe there is a plan. Hi Chalak, welcome to my channel. If I eliminate this, then the bishop can come outside. No, never. We will eliminate it. Bishop comes outside, we eliminate it, give a check. That's a forcing move. No? Okay, knight eliminates it. This means bishop d3 was a mistake from white. So we give a check. Bishop comes. Bishop should not come because this pawn will be gone. So this means bishop or the queen can go back. And that's the pawn black. So bishop goes to e2. We can even join bishop here and try attacking. Now I am thinking for x5. x5, knight f6. So I'm having a lot of options. So first I go with bishop e5 because that's going to create a pressure. That's why. He can try knight coming here. Okay, knight c3 as I told. And then I try knight here. Knight going here. Okay, so first of all we go with knight f6. The queen is under attack. So this means he will not eliminate this. So he can go with the queen there. And because he has to secure this bishop also. That's why queen to f3. Yeah. And now let's think for something. What can we do over here? Bishop going there is the best move. Yes. Because this is creating a pin and this is an interesting way of developing. Now you can observe we can safely castle, make up the game, so that's easy. But this is white to play. White can go with bishop here and just remove the pin. Yes, that's possible. Anyway, so now he go with castling. So we just eliminate this knight. He eliminate this, give a check. Shit, I missed it. I missed a very big goal. He can kill it and give a check. King goes there, he will eliminate this. Now this is white's turn where white is going to benefit. White is going to be a minor piece up. So he eliminates and now he is a minor piece up. So what we can do is creating a pawn storm. H5, H5, no this is not. We can join this rook over here and try pushing this pawn forward. Okay, so this is white's turn where white is thinking for the move. Now white is having 6 minutes and 40 seconds on the clock where he go with bishop f4. Queen comes to f5 in order to secure it. Now let's see what he responds. We can play g5 and attack. So g5 attacking the bishop. He take this bishop behind. Otherwise, if we go with bishop there, then we can push this and create a bishop trap. Okay, so this is white's turn where white is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds. We are also attacking this pawn. I think he can try bishop d3, trying to attack the queen. So if we try bishop d3, then we have to take this knight there. Good game, bro. There I am losing this game. Not good game. Anyways, opponent bishop to d6 is correct. d6. Wait, bishop to d6. How bishop d6 is correct? I think you are talking about bishop d3. Okay. Bishop e5. Bishop e5, take this knight. Now, if I take this knight there, then I will become bottom chess, and I will say sacrificing the rook, so that is not going to make a point. How you can play? You can observe the link that I have pinned in the chat box. You can join with that link. Join the tournament, and you can play against me. Queen goes to g6. I think I'm losing this game, so I just resign this game. Okay, so we look for another game, and this time we are playing as white. So now what can we play is, yeah, we go with e4. Okay, what you are writing? Bob, can you tell me what you have written? Queen, queen. I don't know. Knight c6. Now we take this knight to c3, preparing for the knight development. We can play d4. Okay, d6. So I want to play with you. Yes, you can play this too. You can see the attached link in the chat. Join this tournament from that link. Yes, we can play against each other. Okay. After this tournament gets over, I will be there to play a lot of games. Bishop e3. So this is Bishop g4. Now Bishop g4 was the response, where we go with queen to d2. If we eliminate back, opening up the rook file. So you can observe that black will not block castle, and that's our opportunity to attack towards black. So he go with queen here. Let's take the knight towards the center, because knight at the center is very powerful. He go with long castling. Good. So now this is going to create a better opportunity for us to attack. We go with f4, attacking the center. We go with knight f6. We choose to eliminate this knight. Where black eliminates it, we eliminate this pawn. Here eliminate this, we go with f4 and attack this way. Now with this, we are not going to trade. Instead, we are going to push this pawn forward because it will block this queen. So that's why f5 is a very good response. This is black to play, and black is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds. Bro, please play it. I'm not ignoring it. Seriously, I want to play against you all. I'm not ignoring it. I can play against you all. I'm giving an attached link to you. I, wait, can you see the attached link or not? Okay, let me write it once again. Yeah, now I have sent this link. I hope you all can see that. You can join that tournament, and then we can play against each other. Okay. So Bishop e7, create a pin. This is an easy win for us. And also after this tournament ends, I will be playing against you. Okay. So 8 minutes and 40 seconds on the clock remaining, where black is thinking for the move. In the meantime, you can send me friend request so that I can recognize you. Okay. He resigns the game. Alright. Now we look for another game where this time I am ranking 12. Okay. So we are playing as black. White's turn. Where white is thinking. Let's see how white responds. We go with e4. We go with c6. The Caro-Kann defends on the board. Where bishop c4. We go with e5. If we capture, we eliminate and attack the bishop. So 9 minutes and 40 seconds remaining. He captured this where we eliminated back. So this is white's turn. White can take the bishop behind easily. His opponent is the me. Okay, that is possible. He is ranking 2 in this tournament. So you cannot say that this opponent is the me. Okay, e5. We are preparing for e4 and trapping the bishop. Actually, he's playing like that only because bishop coming over there does not make a lot of sense. But let's see what white responds. So white go with a3, where we go with knight to f6. Now let's see what he responds. Knight e2. Wow. e4. Attack the bishop. Bishop comes here. Bishop goes to d7, offering a bishop trade. Where this is white's turn and white is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds. Okay, so 8 minutes and 45 seconds on the clock. We go with a4. So we go with a6, attacking the bishop, where he will just trade. Hi, unknown, welcome to my channel. Trap. The bishop was not trapped because he can trade, like you can observe. Okay, if you are enjoying the stream, then to like live stream. b3. Eliminate this pawn. He will eliminate back. Okay, so now he is thinking for the move. We'll choose to just take the bishop out, preferring for bishop, castling, and just develop our king. So white's turn, where white is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds. 8 minutes and 10 seconds on the clock remaining, and white is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds over here. Now, in this position, I am thinking for castling. We can try to take this knight towards the center. I have accepted your friend request. Want to be various? I have accepted that. Okay. So, this is white's turn. Well, white is thinking for the move. He chooses to castle. So, we go with castling because king safety is very important. Now, let's see what he responds. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming. Anyways, 7 minutes 27 seconds on the clock. He go with knight c3. Where we choose to go with knight to e5. Knight e5 where white is thinking. He can try to push this pawn forward. Playing d4, attacking towards this knight. Alright, so white's turn and white is thinking for the move. Having 7 minutes and 8 seconds on the clock. Where he take the bishop g5. So we just take this knight to e4. Attacking like this. Now 7 minutes on the clock remaining for white. Let's see how white responds over here. In the meantime, if you enjoyed the stream, then please do like the last stream. Okay. 6 minutes and 50 seconds remaining. From right hand side, he should play x3 and kick this knight behind. That will be the very easy response for him. When I will just take this knight behind. If you play x3, take this knight behind. That's the only way. f4. That's not a good response. Queen b6 check. We also have knight over here creating fork. We also have attacking this pawn. So Let's see what he responds now. 6 minutes and 20 seconds remaining on the clock, and white is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds. Over here, he go with d4. So we have a very easy response. Knight e3, attacking this rook, and the queen at the same time. King e3, king e3, knight e3. Make yeah, you are saying knight e3. Knight e3 is notation is from n. Okay, knight e3, creating a pin. I mean poke. Where queen comes to d2, we eliminate this rook. Here makes it, and then this knight is under attack, so we choose to take the bishop e7, securing the knight. Now let's see how he responds. White's turn when white eliminates it, so we also eliminate it back. But now he's having two knights, and two knights are very powerful. So we'll go with queen to c6. He will eliminate two minor pieces versus one rook is very big attack. Okay, so now this is white's turn. White should not give up this knight. Instead, he should use these two knights. So we can try the knight coming here. Okay. He could have tried knight here and secured his knight. He captured it. Queen also eliminated back. Here this is black. I mean white's turn, and white go with king h1. So we go with the rook here and attack this pawn. We'll just add up attackers towards this and attack. Okay, so now this is his turn. He is thinking for the move. He go with knight c3. So that's a very big mistake. Queen eliminates it, offering a queen trade. Where white eliminates, then that's good. Otherwise, no worry. Okay, so 5 minutes on the clock remaining. Where white is thinking. Oh, please give. I'm not declining any request. I can play against each other. Yes, I can. Okay, queen c2, queen d3, where white eliminate. Okay, so that's c7. All right. So you can send me the challenges. Hmm. Please do send me the challenge. Want to be various. Come on, bro, send the challenge, please. No challenges are coming. Want to be various. Please do send the challenge. Okay, so here comes the challenge. This is not want to be various. Okay, so e4, we go with d6. d4, we go with knight f6. Attacking this pawn. Bishop d3, we go with g6, preparing for bishop g7, castling. We go with bishop g7. I share challenge. Bro, you have to send me the challenge after this game ends. You are sending me the challenge too late. Knight e2, we go with d5 and attack the center. c6 and attack this pawn. Where he go with castling, we eliminate it. We eliminate it back and we attack it from the knight. Okay, so we eliminate this, attack the bishop. He eliminates this. Bishop eliminated back where he eliminates this. So knight comes out to c6 where this is white to play and white is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds. The stream is delayed. Yes, that's true. Queen b6 check. The stream is delayed from 15 seconds. Okay, so king h1 where we go with bishop to g7. So 9 minutes and 20 seconds on the clock. We are attacking towards this pawn also. I'll try to create this game a draw and just try to accept your challenge. But this time, please do accept the challenge. Okay. So white's turn, knight goes there. We'll take the queen to a3. Try to bring the queen over here. Okay, so this is white's turn, where white is thinking for the move. Let's see. He go with knight e4. So we go with f6. If we try to capture, then rook can come here and attack. So this is white's turn. Now in this position, white can try to offer a queen trade, giving a check. So knight comes here. We go with the rook coming over here, securing this pawn. We can even take this knight behind and attack this rook. So knight goes behind, attacking this rook. Because of delay, at what time I share the challenge. Okay, listen to me. After this game ends, you can send me the challenge. Okay. All right. 8 minutes and 20 seconds on the clock. Where he eliminates it, and we also eliminated back once again. Power of pins. So king goes there. Okay, I can stop for a draw. Whoa, I am playing against 1725 rated. I just realized this. No problem. We'll try again. What? Okay, I will accept the challenge. Arey yaar. Shit. Okay, no problem. I sacrificed the game in order to play against my competitor. Okay, so do send me the challenge now. Thank God. I received the challenge. So I am playing as black. White is thinking for the move. E4. So we'll go with D6, D6, D6. Any of these. So we go with D6. The pot defense. Pot defense is also a very nice opening. You can try this at advanced level. Okay, so knight f6, attack the center. Where this is white's turn and white is thinking for the move. So knight c3. We go with g6. So this is white's turn and white is thinking bishop c4. Bishop g7. We are going to castle in the next move that you all can observe. Okay, so 9 minutes and 34 seconds on the clock, where he is thinking for the move. In this position, it is simple. We go with x3. So we go with castling, maintaining the king's safety. Ultimately, this is white's turn, and white go with castling. So we go with e5, establishing the control of the center. Playing rook to e1. He can go with d3, just for bishop development. That's his choice. Okay, d4. So d4, we eliminate this, attacking the knight. Ultimately, knight can eliminate it back. So we go with c5 and attack this. Now playing d4 does not help a lot. You know why? Because I can take this knight there and activate this bishop. Otherwise, before, this was the situation where I played e5, blocking this bishop, right? So that would be advantage for white. But no problem. Knight goes there. So now he's making the queen not active. So this is also not a good option. Now in this position, knight goes to h5, activating the bishop. We are not going to attack this knight. Okay. We can have some ideas like a6, b5. So 8 minutes and 28 seconds remaining, where white is thinking for the move. He go with f4. So we go with a6 as I told for this move. Now let's see what he responds. So this is white's turn where he go with king h1. Pretty smart move. b5, we are attacking this bishop. Okay. So now he's playing very good. Rook a7. Now let's see what he responds. We eliminate this knight. White star. White fell for the trap. He should have eliminated from the pawn. Okay, so we eliminate this rook and then go with the bishop trade. Bishop e6, attacking the bishop. So this is 7 minutes and 53 seconds on the clock remaining. He go with bishop e3, we just eliminate the bishop. Knight eliminates it. So, okay. Knight eliminates it. Where we go with, I don't think so. Okay, rook e8 trying to attack this pawn. We need to remove this knight as soon as possible. b4, no problem. Capture this pawn. He will eliminate, pawn will eliminate, attack this knight. So capture it. Okay, so this is the problem. Bishop is now going to attack towards the rook. If we capture this. Alright, so now this is white's turn, where white is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds over here. Okay. If you are enjoying the stream, then do like, let's stream. Alright, so white is thinking. In this position, bishop can capture, attack the rook, where I can play the rook here and just secure rook d1. So that's a fine move, where we go with. Now we have to secure this pawn. So we take this rook to d7 and attack the knight, where this is white's turn and white is thinking. I'm already a minor piece up, since you all can observe that. Knight, knight, rook, rook, queen, queen, and so this means I'm a minor piece up. Okay. 6 minutes and 37 seconds on the clock. Queen comes to f3. Capture it, attack this rook. Where this is once again white to play. White eliminates, queen eliminate, and then white think for the move. Once again, let's see how he responds. In the meantime, if you are enjoying the stream, then do like the stream. So we take the bishop f2. We go with rook d4. Bishop eliminate, queen eliminate, he capture, we eliminate. Okay. So eliminate the queen. He will eliminate and then eliminate the back. So that is a very easy game now. Okay. So he is not resigning. And that's very good. He must not resign. Knight comes here. Knight comes to a5. Okay, so vice turn. We only have a mana piece. We can use this and tackle off all the pieces. Eliminate this. He will eliminate. We eliminate this pawn. Okay, check. We have these two pawns. Easily push them forward. Okay. So we get a check. If he tries to trap our knight, well, he cannot. b4, push, capture, push, king here, and promote. Okay, so b3, eliminate, we go with b2, and then promote to a queen. So this is an easy win. Okay. We go with queen to h5, and he resigned. Alright. So now, if you want, you can send me challenges. Any other challenges? No? Okay, so we begin with the arena now. Alright, so this was a very nice game from Born to be Warriors. Yeah. Now we have a arena game. I'm 14th rank now. Earlier I was 12, but because of the delay, I just gone to 14. So e take t pep, queen takes on it. Knight comes here. Where? Go back home and cry white. Knight comes here. Nice game. Thank you very much. Want to be Warriors. I would love to play against you once again. T4. Knight comes here. then what can I do? Yeah, bro. Oh, that's true. So now he's attacking like this. For the first time, I'm observing this kind of attack, but no problem. Just accept. You play good. Thank you very much, dear. Anyways, so this is Black's turn, and he's 996 rated. Hmm. Bishop g4, attacking this pawn. So we need to defend this pawn. So we'll go with castling. King c3. Want to be various. Okay. 9 minutes and 28 seconds on the clock. Where black go with knight capturing on t3. We eliminate it back from the queen. Ultimately, black is thinking for the move. He go with bishop f5. So we take the queen, giving check, attacking this pawn. And let's see what the response over here. 9 minutes and 13 seconds on the clock remaining. Where black is busy thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds over here. Okay, so 8 minutes and 55 seconds on the clock. King going here was an unexpected response. Knight e5, attack this, give a fork, and also attack this pawn with this. So that's an easy win now. Okay. Black's turn where black is thinking for the move. Let's see how black responds. In the meantime, if you are the new one, then do subscribe to the channel. We take d7, attack this. Knight come here, attack this. King goes there. King comes to d7, where we take knight to e5. Knight goes to king to 8. Okay. King to 8, knight b5. Knight b5. The main plan is I can capture this from the knight and attack this. Okay. So black's turn where black is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds over here. In the meantime, if you are enjoying the stream, then do like slash stream. Knight f6. Capture this, attack the rook. You will try something like knight here, trying to focusing on checkmate. In my case, I have an experience for this. Anyways, he got queen g5. So this is another player sacrificing the queen. Where this is black to play and black is thinking for the move. He take the knight e4. We just choose to play knight take on c8, giving up the bishop. He eliminated, and then we eliminate the knight. If we tries this, then it will not work because of the fork. So this is a very easy win. But black will not resign because I know him. Okay, 7 minutes and 35 seconds on the clock. Where black is thinking for the move. In the meantime, if you enjoy the stream, then do like last stream. So he up and down. Good. So we'll go with another game. And this time 2056 rated. Seriously. Okay. No problem. Knight f3. d4 on the board. Okay, so black's turn. Knight f6. We take the bishop f4. London system. I don't know how. Actually, I played the Queen's Gambit, but accidentally I just started with the London system. Knight c3, e3, and now this is quite familiar with Queen's Gambit. Bishop d3, since the bishop over here is very powerful, we need to trade. Okay, so this is black's turn and black is thinking. Let's see how black responds over here. We have successfully traded our pieces. Now he goes c5, so we eliminate this pawn. And after he eliminates it, now we go with bishop to g5, creating a pin. Bishop comes here, where What can we do in this position? We just castle. King safety is important. Okay, so let's see. He go with c4. A very nice response. Queens comes to c2. Let's go with castling. So we go with bishop capturing the knight. Knight eliminates it back. We take the knight e5, controlling the center. Where he go with bishop d6. We go with f4, securing this knight. Now he go with queen e7. Okay, so in this position, we prefer g4, g4, g5. We're just advancing our pawns towards the king side. So he eliminates it. We also eliminated back. He eliminates the pawn. We eliminate this pawn and attack the queen. He take the queen here. We'll choose to eliminate this. Okay, so now this is the top position. I am having two options. Either to play queen here or capture the pawn. Now, if I eliminate this, rook will come here and I will become dependent on protecting this. But if I go with queen here, directly attack this knight. Or if I try knight here, that won't work. Pawn eliminates, pawn eliminates. No, that won't work. So we go with queen e4, where I can try this rook coming here, attacking the knight. Okay, so 8 minutes and 56 seconds on the clock remaining for black, where black is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds. In the meantime, if you are enjoying the stream, then do like live stream. Okay, so this is black's turn. Now if I think as black, since I can observe these pieces are under attack, I can try something like x5, try to secure it. So if he go with rook here, attacking this, where now this is our position. So what can we do in this position? Knight here, pawn capture, but this won't help a lot. That's the problem. If I take this knight behind, so if knight will go back, then this is not going to help a lot. No, this will. Knight goes back, where we can try to push this pawn forward. If he eliminates, knight will eliminate and create this fork. Okay, so 8 minutes and 14 seconds on the clock remaining, where black is thinking for the move. Now let's see how he responds. Queen e7 was the response over here. So we go with h3, queen x4, eliminate this knight. Okay, so maybe he created a pre-move, and that's the reason he just accidentally played it. He will eliminate, trying to figure out for the draw. He can do like this. Okay, so queen comes here, king goes there, and queen cannot come here, right? Alright, so this means there is no way for black to create a draw. So I expect black to resign. And black is rated 2056. This will be a very nice win for me. Okay, so this is black's turn and black goes g5. He is not going to resign like that. So we go with knight to h5. Our main plan, knight here. Okay, so this is black's turn. Since black resigns the king, good, very good. Alright, so we look for another game, and this time we are playing against 13-16 rated. So we are playing as black. White go with e4, we go with e5. Actually, I played a better of defense. So knight h6, white no, knight c3. We go with knight c6, where he go with bishop c4. We take the bishop c5, preferring for castling. where white's thinking for the move, he go with x3. Now in this position, we go with a5. This is our theory actually, a3. So we go with this. Now I'm planning for attacking the center. So in this position, we go with d6 for activating our bishop. Rook e1. We also go with rook e8. And this is white's turn. White can have responses like this. Not now, but he can try this. He take this knight behind. So now he's thinking for c3 and this. Okay. So over here, we'll choose to take the knight d4 in attacking this way. Alright, so this is white's turn and white is thinking for the move. Let's see how white responds over here. Uh, if white tries c3, then we just eliminate this knight. We will eliminate it back d3. So that's the good news. We go with p5 and attack this bishop. But then there is a problem. What if we eliminate this knight? Okay, so bishop a2. We eliminate this, give a check. Hi Ranit, welcome to my channel. If you want to play against me, you have to send in the challenge. Okay, first send in the friend request so that I can recognize you and then I can challenge you. Okay, knight goes there, x5, attack the queen. So this is 8 minutes and 45 seconds on the clock where white is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds over here. He go with queen g4. So queen g4 was the response where we go with g6, defending the knight. Now this is white to play and white is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds over here. In the meantime, if you are enjoying the stream, then do like the live stream. Okay, so 8 minutes and 15 seconds on the clock where white is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds over here. Now, in this position, what he can try is he can try the queen going back. Otherwise, he can have some responses like this f4 attacking towards the center. Okay, so this is white's turn. Now let's see how white responds. If white tries something like bishop here, then he's gone because knight can come here, attack the queen, and eventually attack this bishop. So simply he must move the queen. Otherwise, okay, queen f3. So rook comes to here, rook f8 because of this threat. So he go with bishop x6. He's trying to be smart. Okay. So over here, we'll take this knight g7, blocking up this diagonal. We can take the queen outside, attack this. Now this pawn is also under attack, so we go with d4 and attack this knight. Well, white thinks for the response. Now let's see how he responds over here. 7 minutes and 10 seconds on the clock. Where white is thinking. He go with knight d5. We choose to eliminate it. And after white eliminates it back. Okay, so maybe white does not eliminate. And that's why he's thinking for the move. Okay, so he captured it. We go with rook to c8. Preparing for c6 and attacking towards the bishop. So this is white's turn. Where white captures it, we eliminate back from the pawn. Otherwise, if we eliminate from the bishop, then he can push this pawn forward. So we eliminate back from this pawn. 6 minutes and 34 seconds on the clock remaining. Now let's see how he responds. In this position, basic responses c6 attacking the bishop, making the bishop goes back. Okay, so 6 minutes and 15 seconds on the clock remaining for white, and white is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds over here. Alright, so rook a6. Now in this position, what can I do? Okay, so we go with queen d7 for this. Alright, so this is white's turn. Now white is having 6 minutes remaining, and white is going to think for upcoming plan. Let's see how he plans over here. In this position, I think queen comes here. Then we take the knight there and attack the queen. This means the queen goes back. Alright, so now he's thinking. He'll take the queen back or not. Okay, so 5 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock where he take the queen to f3. So we'll choose to take this knight behind to g7. He tries this once again. That's possible. Okay, so this is white's turn where white is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds over here. We go with g4. So we go with this. c6, attack the bishop. Force the bishop to go back. Okay. So now he's thinking for this. If he tries queen here once again, we can take this knight there. Right? So that's why I go with c6 and attack this bishop. So this is white's turn where white is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds over here. 4 minutes and 55 seconds remaining for white. Where white is busy thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds over here. 4 minutes 45 seconds remaining. You go with queen f6. Where I already know the plan. So we go with knight e8. And unfortunately, he has to take the queen back. So go the queen. Queen will go back. And then we can capture this. Wow. So this is an easy win for me. Okay, so this is white's turn. Now maybe white can have some bishop sacrifice like this because he's already know that I am going to capture it. Okay, welcome underneath to my channel. If you want to play against me, you can send me the challenges. Send me the challenge after this game ends, and then I can play against you. Okay, 4 minutes on the clock remaining. Let's see how he responds over here. 3 minutes and 50 seconds on the clock remaining. Where white is thinking for the move. Now, this is quite complicated position for white. I can understand it. Okay. Since you all can observe, this queen is under attack. So he needs to take the queen back and give up the bishop. Now, after white eliminates it, or maybe white does not eliminate this pawn, white can eliminate it. Okay, so it does not. We eliminate this and attack the queen. Well, once again, he is thinking for the move. We are attacking the queen. So he has to secure this queen. Otherwise, you can understand what will happen. So 3 minutes and 4 seconds on the clock remaining for white. Where white is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds here. In the meantime, if you are enjoying the stream, then do like play stream. So over here, white eliminates it. Come on. Okay. We choose to eliminate the bishop and focus on our development now. We are having one pawn extra. So 2 minutes and 35 seconds on the clock remaining for white. Where white is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds over here. Okay. Over here, I'm thinking for this f5, attacking towards the queen. So after f5 we capture, we can go with g take f5 and attack towards the queen. So he go with queen f3. We go with f5 as I told. Now this is white's turn, having 2 minutes and 5 seconds on the clock, where he goes g5. So we take this knight. Okay. We take the knight to c7 and attack the bishop, rook. Now this rook is under attack. We can take the rook knight to here and attack towards the pawn. So we are having a lot of attacks. He go with rook a7. We can eliminate this. So now white should resign the game, and finally he resigned the game. Okay. So now we look for another game where this time we are playing as white. So we go with this e4, c6, c5, knight c3, knight over here, knight g2. Where black is thinking, he go with e6. We go with f4. So g3, preparing for this. Okay, so this is close Sicilian defense. I hope many of you know that. Bishop g2, attacking this way. Okay, so black's turn, where black is thinking. Black is having a lot of opportunities like this, attacking the center. We go with d3, activating the bishop. Okay, so bishop comes to e3. Now he can push the pawn forward because these two knights are going to support. These two knights will support this pawn. But there is a problem. Since we go with d5, we'll choose to play the queen to d2. If he tries this, then we can just take the knight behind. So he go with bishop e7, we go with a3, and then choose to attack like this. If he tries this, then we can push the pawn forward and have an easy move. So this is black's turn, where black is thinking for the move. Having 9 minutes on the clock, he go with bishop e7. We choose to castle, where black also castle. No. Okay, so black is thinking for the move. Eventually, black should castle over here, that you can also see. Well, so 8 minutes and 45 seconds on the clock, where black is thinking. Let's see how he responds over there. In the meantime, if you are going to stream, then do like live stream. 8 minutes and 30 seconds remaining for black. He can try to attack the center like this. d5. d5, I take, he'll take. Okay. So we go with knight b6 and then he's planning for this. So over here, since I know the plan, we go with f5, attacking this king side. If we eliminate back from the pawn, the bishop will be activated. So we go with castling. We choose to eliminate, opening up the rook file. So we eliminate it and then take the rook over here, activating another rook. Now this is white's turn, black turn. Having 8 minutes on the clock. Let's see how he responds over here. 7 minutes and 50 seconds on the clock. Now let's see how he responds. He go with queen d7, where we choose to take the knight to f4. Knight f4, attacking this pawn. If we try to push it, we can take the knight towards the center. So let's see. He go with knight e5. Bishop comes to x3 and add an attacker to this pawn. Now let's see what he responds to here. So this is black's turn and black go with rook to e8, where we can eliminate this actually. We eliminate, rook eliminate, bishop eliminate, queen eliminate. So we first take the queen f2 and then we can begin with this. Okay, so black's turn and black is thinking, having 7 minutes and 25 seconds on the clock. Well, he is thinking for the move. Now let's see how he responds over here. He go with knight c8. So knight c8 over here. What can we do is capture this. He will eliminate. We will eliminate. He will eliminate. We will eliminate. Give a checkmate. So this is our plan. And now let's see what he responds. 7 minutes and 5 seconds on the clock remaining for black. Where black is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds over here. He go with queen e7. So we'll can capture it, but rook will capture. Okay, so we eliminate it. Waiting for the rook to capture. Rook captures. And this is the brilliant bishop sacrifice. Yes, that's true. The king will go there. Knight f7. Okay. Knight f7. Now, what can I do is our bishop under attack. Okay, let's think over here for the opportunities. So we take this bishop behind, creating the spin. And then give up this bishop. Bishop g5 attacking the queen. Where queen will eliminate, bishop will eliminate, attack this. But that won't benefit a lot. Still, okay, queen e8. So queen e8 was the response. Now, what can we do? Okay, so in this position, knight over here. Knight is not going to help a lot. So we need to figure out for the right move. This is a tough position for us actually. Knight goes there. He will eliminate knight check. King goes there and that's the mate. Yes, that's true. So knight going there is the move. We go with knight e5. Like we are allowing this to be captured. If we capture, then we go with this check. King goes there and then eliminate the rook. So 6 minutes and 20 seconds. Knight c6 was the move where we go with bishop to f6. He eliminates, knight takes and win the queen. Okay, so 6 minutes and 15 seconds remaining for black. Now let's see how black responds. In the meantime, if you enjoyed the stream, then do like the stream. He cannot run. Okay, so bishop c8. All right. We eliminate, king eliminate. Wait, bishop take, king eliminate. We go with the queen check. King goes back, and that's not going to work. So let's think more. Or we should take this bishop behind and just activate this bishop. So this is a tough position. We take the queen f4. Okay. Queen f4. We have once again black's turn and black is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds over here. Bishop x3. We don't care for this rook. Actually, we care for this rook. Okay. Now I am thinking for elimination. We eliminate, queen check, king goes back. But that's not going to help. So rook to f2, just securing the rook. Okay, so 5 minutes and 45 seconds on the clock where he got queen d7. So in this position, knight check, queen x4 attacking this bishop, and now once again he go with bishop e6. So we go with this check, knight e7. First eliminate the bishop attacking the queen, then eliminate this knight attacking the rook. Now this is black's turn. Black is thinking for the move, having 5 minutes and 25 seconds on the clock, where we choose to take this bishop, bishop g5. So 5 minutes and 20 seconds on the clock remaining for black, where black is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds over here. He go with queen e5. Queen e5. So we'll take this bishop behind to c1, securing the pawn. So this is black's turn. Like, we are not giving any chance to black for doing anything. Okay, so this is white's turn. I mean black turn, and black is busy thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds. x6. Queen comes to f4 and attack this knight. So let's see what he responds. He eliminates the queen. We'll choose to eliminate back from the bishop, activating the bishop, and then take the bishop behind to d2. This knight is our main enemy. Okay, so 4 minutes and 38 seconds on the clock. We go with the check, and then king g6, where we choose to play another check, rook f6, and this is an easy win for us. So 4 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock remaining, where black is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds over here. King g7. Eliminate the pawn, give a check, where king goes back, eliminate this pawn also, and let's see, maybe black resigns. Knight e5, and that's a very good opportunity. Take it. Rook takes it, take this pawn. And now we have to just make sure that our endgame works well. Okay, so 4 minutes on the clock. Now this is the problem. We go with the rook over here. Here in it, pawn in it back. Easy response. Okay, here eliminates it. We eliminate it back. Where black is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds over here. Now he can try this rook here. He go with g4. So king f2. Now we have a time for playing king here, there, and then we can advance our pawns d4 and move on. So black's turn, where black is thinking for the move, having 3 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock. Let's see how he responds over here. In the meantime, if you are enjoying the stream, then to like live stream. King f7, we go d4 and attack the rook. Rook goes behind. Wow. Eliminate this rook. Where after black eliminates, now this is a tough position. King goes there. Pawn push. It goes there. Then what we will do? Okay, so we just give time. b4. And then we can advance our king from king f4. He will play the king there and then start pushing the pawn forward. So black's turn, having 3 minutes on the clock remaining. We go with king e5. Where black go with king g5, we go with pushing the pawn forward. And d6, we eliminate the pawns and then promote to a queen. But in the meantime, black resigns. No, black does not resign. So queen check, queen g5, another queen check. I'm not going to prepare for the stalemate rook. That's for sure. Okay, 2 minutes on the queen e7, and now black should give up the game. Queen g7 game. Okay, so we look for another game, and this time we are playing as. Okay, so if you enjoy the stream, then to like live stream 11:79 later. So he go with this d4, we go with d6. The pawn defends on the board. We go with d4, we take the knight f6, ultimately attacking the pawn, where we go with c6, the sex defense, creating the queen to a5, such that white's turn, where white go with bishop d2. So we take the queen, okay, we go with g6, bishop to g7, he go with bishop e3 for castling. Okay, so this is white's turn, where white is thinking, having 9 minutes and 37 seconds on the clock. He tries knight e5, thinking that it is a good move, but actually it's not. Queen d8, he eliminates, bishop eliminates back. The position will become neutral. Okay, so let's see what he responds. He eliminates this, we eliminate back from the bishop. So this is black's turn, where black is thinking for the move. He go with e5, we choose to eliminate this pawn. And after white eliminates, we take the bishop behind. So this is white's turn, having 9 minutes and 8 seconds on the clock. We'll choose to take the queen to a5, give a check. He go with c3. Bishop f5, activating the bishop. The position is neutral. We go with b5 and attack this bishop. He can also take the bishop behind, and then we can go with okay. So in this position, we first castle, maintain the king's safety. He also choose to castle. We'll go with knight e7. He go with queen d2. We'll push the pawn forward, c5, attacking the center. If he accept, knight accepted and attack the, okay, bishop x6. We choose to eliminate this pawn. So we eliminate this pawn also, attacking the queen. Now let's see what he responds. White eliminates it, and then we'll choose to eliminate this bishop, such that white's turn, where white is thinking for the move. Let's see what he responds. In the meantime, if you enjoy the stream, then do like live stream. Knight comes to x4, sacrificing this pawn. No. So we just take this pawn, allowing to capture. And after we capture, rook eliminates it. Okay, so he's thinking. Rook eliminates, we take this knight to g6. Now we are a pawn up. Let's see what white responds are here. White is having 8 minutes and 16 seconds on the clock. We go with queen d4 check. We go with e5 attacking the queen. And now the queen is under attack. So let's see how white responds over here. White is having 8 minutes and 5 seconds on the clock. Let's see how he responds over here. In the meantime, if you enjoy the stream, then do like live stream. Okay, so 7 minutes and 54 seconds on the clock remaining, where white is always thinking for the move. So he go with queen e3, and then we go with, okay, so now we'll choose to push the pawn forward, and this is pawn sacrificing tactic, where if I give up the pawn, then I can capture this pawn, attack this rook. So ultimately I'll create a equal trade. Okay, so this is white's turn, where white is thinking for the move, having 7 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock. Let's see how white responds over here. He chooses to eliminate it. We also eliminate this pawn, attack the rook. Now let's see what white response over here. In the meantime, if I get the stream, then do like play stream. And if you want to play against me, you can send me challenges. So over here, now he is attacking this pawn with full force. Okay. So bishop take, rook take, rook take. This means I need one defender, right? So I can take the queen. Queen comes to c7, securing the pawn. Now I am leaving this pawn. So this means he can capture this and make the position equal. And this is something I don't want. Obviously, we don't want to make our position equal. Okay. Take, 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 bishop take, and then he take. Oh. If I have to take it. Shit. So I'll take it. White captures it. Give it check. Queen takes it. Bishop takes it. And then the rook moves to d8. He will eliminate this shit. So is here for white. Okay, so I'll change this game. Alright, so now we look for another game. And this time we are playing as white. I get another player with 2000 rating. Okay, so e4. We go with knight f3, attacking this pawn. Knight f6, we capture it. Where black's turn. Black go with d6. We take this knight behind to f3. And then black eliminates the pawn. We take the bishop c4. Development of our pieces and preparing for castling in the next move. We go with d5. So we go with bishop to e2. Bishop e2. We go with bishop c5. We go with d4, attacking the bishop. Now let's see what he responds. He take the bishop b6. c3 on the board. Let's see what he responds over here. 9 minutes and 24 seconds on the clock, where he goes c6. We'll choose to castle because king safety is very important. Okay, so now he's thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds over here. He go with castling. We'll take the knight to d2 and attacking this knight. If we accept, he does not. Then we'll trade it. Where after he captures this pawn, we'll take the knight to g5 and attacking this pawn. So this is 9 minutes and 3 seconds on the clock, where he go with queen e7. We go with bishop c4, creating a pin. We go with x6. Knight captures, rook captures, queen comes out. No. So over here, we go with knight take on f7. Rook takes it. Queen comes out to b3. Now let's see what he responds. Black's turn and black is thinking for the move. It goes with knight e7. We eliminate this where black can eliminate from the queen. So he eliminates it, and now this position is neutral, where we'll not choose to trade. Instead, we go with queen c2 and attack this pawn. Now this is quite clear win for black. So we go with f3, he take, rook take, and open up this. Okay, so this is black's turn where he go with bishop f5. We choose to eliminate it, where after black eliminates this, we go with queen to e2. Hi, Brawl Stars. Welcome to my channel. So we go with bishop to f4, where after black eliminates, rook will eliminate. So 8 minutes and 15 seconds on the clock, where he is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds over here. He go with bishop c4. So in this position, queen comes to e3. He will go with bishop capturing. We will capture this bishop. Queen eliminates this, and then I will be a minor piece down. So he eliminates this pawn. We eliminate this. Okay, so we resign this game. Okay, so any challenges? If you want, you can send me the challenges. All the challenges are allowed. Okay, so we look for another game. For this time, we are playing as black. So white's turn, where white is thinking. He go with e4. We'll go with the Caro-Kann defense. Hmm. So this is white's turn. White go with d4. We go with d5, and then go with c5, attacking towards the center like this. We can activate. Okay, he go with bishop e3. Queen comes out, attacking this pawn. So let's see how he responds over here. He go with b3. We'll take the knight c6. Here image this pawn where we take the queen behind. Now we have this pawn to be captured easily. So we go with bishop e5. We'll go with e6. So bishop attacking this pawn. He eliminates this. We eliminate it back. So 9 minutes and 20 seconds remaining. Where white is thinking. He go with knight f3. So we take the bishop a6. Where white is no longer able to castle. Now let's see what he responds. He go with bishop g5. Queen a5 check. Preferring for bishop capturing this. So let's see what he responds. 8 minutes and 54 seconds on the clock remaining. Where white is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds over here. Hmm. So we choose to eliminate this pawn from the queen. And he goes bishop e3. We'll take the queen to b5. Ultimately, this is white's turn and white go with knight c3. So we'll go with bishop to b4, where if we eliminate the queen, we eliminate this. So he eliminate the queen. We'll choose to eliminate it back. And then after white eliminates it, drop the bishop. Okay, so this is white's turn, where white is thinking for the move, having 8 minutes and 8 seconds on the clock. Let's see how he responds over here. In the meantime, if I enjoyed the stream, then to like the live stream, we should take b5 controlling this. So 8 minutes on the clock remaining. I victim equal with knight e4. So we go with a6 equal with a4. We go with c5, attack this knight, having an easy response, taking the bishop behind in the upcoming evaluations. Okay, so this is white's turn, where white is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds over here. In the meantime, if you are going to stream, then to like live stream. We'll choose to eliminate this knight and then activate the knight to e7. So 7 minutes and 18 seconds on the clock, where white is thinking for the move. Let's see how white responds over here. So he chooses to castle. We'll take the knight c6. Over here, we are going to attack towards this pawn. Yeah. So now this is his turn, where he go with f4. So we choose to castle because king safety is very important. So he's having 6 minutes and 50 seconds. We go with rook a4. We go with rook a7, preferring for doubling up of rooks attacking this pawn. 6 minutes and 40 seconds on the clock. We go with d4. Rook to a. We go with d5, attacking the knight. So knight goes to e7. He will make this pawn. He does not. So we go with knight f5 and secure this pawn. Where this is white's turn, and white is thinking for the move. We go with g4. Then we take the knight e3. Where if he eliminates, pawn eliminates back. Okay, so 6 minutes and 18 seconds on the clock, where he is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds over here. He eliminates this. We also eliminate it back. Where white is having 6 minutes and 10 seconds on the clock. We go with rook e1. We go with rook to b8 and attack this pawn. So 6 minutes and 5 seconds on the clock. We go with rook b4 and then we sacrifice the rook because we are Gotham chess, real Gotham chess. Okay, so 5 minutes and 58 seconds on the clock, where white is thinking for the move. Let's see what he responds over here. Alright, so this is white's turn, where white is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds over here. Okay, so white is thinking. He go with b take a6. We also capture this rook, where white will miss. Okay, white go with rook a1. We'll take this rook b8. He pushed the pawn. We'll go with rook to a8. And then this is black's turn. So we go with king to f8. So in this position, king comes to a7. He eliminates the pawn. We go with f6 and attack the center. Now let's see what white responds over here. White's turn and white is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds. He chooses to eliminate this, where we also eliminate back from the pawn. He go with king d4. We'll play king d6. We'll play rook here. We'll play king back. We'll play king there. So this was something what I evaluated. King comes here. Alright, so this is white's turn and white is thinking for the move. Having 4 minutes and 44 seconds on the clock. Now let's see what he responds over here. He played king c5, and now over here we go with king 2d7. So white's turn, and white is thinking. Let's see what he responds. In the meantime, we're enjoying the stream, then to like play stream. Okay, so king b6. Trying to blink the king here. We'll play king c8. Now the king cannot come here. Okay, game aborted. Oh, so the tournament is over. All right. So any challenges? If you want, you can send me challenges. Hmm. No challenges. Okay. So thank you very much for coming to my live stream. We'll meet you in the next one.